Welcome to the Church Explorer, and today we are in Peterborough and we've come to explore Peterborough Cathedral. And if I step out the way, you'll be able to see where we are and what we've come to do. It is quite phenomenal, this place, isn't it? As I say, I'll try and show you as much as I can today. There's bound to be some parts that I miss out completely. But it really is truly extraordinary. I have been here once before, but it was a very long time ago. What I wanted to show you are these wonderful doors, which are in fact 800 years old, and they are truly extraordinary. I don't think anybody's going to break into this place in a hurry. I've got to be very careful today because there's an awful lot of people here, but I will show you the other side of the door. Look at the size of the keyhole. Look at that, give you some idea. There's Steve's little finger. It's absolutely massive. The cathedral manager who I've met is actually a very nice lady called Maria, and we may do a duet later on the green, singing a song, Maria, by Johnny Mathis. I'm going to show you as much as I can, but as I say, I do have to be very, very careful where I go. And because there are so many people in here today, they also have an event going on today in here, which I've got to be very careful about. In actual fact, I've booked myself in for this event, and I'm not 100% certain what I've actually booked myself in for. But what I do understand, look at this heater. Look at that. Wow, is that not fantastic? Wow, look at it, and it actually works. I can feel the heat coming off this thing. Look, it's even got the crown on the top, can you believe? Look at that. Wow. And it actually works. I've actually got the wrong glasses on here today. But I want to show you the roof first. It's always difficult when you come to the cathedrals because there are so many people and also so many things to see. But if you look at this roof, and I'm going to pan in actual fact, this glorious roof is actually all hand painted. Can you believe that? Again, whoops-a-daisy, that's Stevie falling over, because it's very difficult, as I've said before, to try and, I'm looking up and trying to walk at the same time. Not a good combination. But yeah, this is all hand painted. The cathedral itself goes back to around about 800 years. We'll have a wander down and around, but as I say, I've got to be very, very careful where I do filming. They've asked me not to use my tripod, can you believe? Which I can't see a problem with that myself, but for some strange reason they don't like tripods. You can see this massive organ, and although I can't get very close to the choir stalls, but I'll show you some of these wonderful carvings that we have. Look at these, aren't they beautiful? I hope these are coming out. The sun's actually shining on gloriously. But as I say, what they have this exhibition. It's called The Longest Yarn, and it's to raise money for war veterans. And I've never seen it. This is the last one that they're actually doing here in the UK, I believe. And it's a joint effort with people in France and the US. I have finally managed to get in to where the choir stalls are. I've obviously got it all roped off, but I'm going to be a naughty boy and come past the ropes, because unless I do that, we're not going to be able to film all of this. Look at this, absolutely stunning. I do know there are misericords here, as I said, but they have got it all roped off. I may be naughty again and try and show you one of them. I wanted to show you this pan back. I'm going to see if I can get to one of these misericords. Here we go. I can't pick it up. It's far too heavy. Yeah, with the cushions on, it's far too heavy to pick up, I'm afraid. But every choir stall has one. And they are all engraved, but they're far too heavy to pick up, and I'm in a roped off area at the moment, so I don't want to get in trouble. Everywhere you look, there's just wonderful things to see. Here we have a list of the abbots of the cathedral. As you can see, the first one dates back to 655, 674. If you look at this exquisite font, I don't know what that lid weighs, but something quite considerable. Look at that. Isn't that exquisite? Going to take a walk through. I'm going to go off onto this left aisle, trying to bypass some of the people. Heaven only knows what this is. It looks like it could be a confession box. I dare say that's what it is. Although it says exit up there, so I don't know. Would that have been a confession box in there? Wow. As I say, they have this exhibition on, and I've got to go in and find out what's going on. They've also got this set up. They must have had some massive concert on here because there's so much sound equipment. And I did see something saying Radiohead. So whether they had Radiohead in here last night, I do not know, but it looks as if it's possible. There's that beautiful stained glass window which sits above the doors. And I've zoomed in as far as I can get. Wow. I don't know how much of this we're going to be able to film today, but I'm going to try and film as much as possible. Look at this, I've just noticed. Unfortunately, I got very little information. I was hoping to be able to pick up a complete pamphlet that would give me a lot more information on the cathedral. But there's just so many wonderful things to see here. This is the Hedda Stone. The figure shows Jesus Christ and some of the early Christian saints. Jesus is the central figure with a cross in the halo around his head. On the left stands his mother, the Virgin Mary, holding a lily, symbolised purity. On the right is St. Peter, holding the keys of heaven. They stand under classical arcading and wear Roman-style clothing, but the panels of the interlaced patterns and birds above them suggest Northern European influence. Wow, quite incredible. There's a date on it of 870. I wanted to show you this beautiful tapestry over here. Truly marvellous. If I pan back, wow, look at this. want to show you these wonderful stained glass windows. And again, the sun is shining through so brightly. I'll see if I'm able to get a better shot. Ah, that's much better, isn't it? They seem to be coming out quite well. Always difficult when you're trying to film the cathedrals. As I say, because of the amount of people here, and I've just been queuing up for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, realising that I didn't need to. It goes back to the English, doesn't it? We actually invented queuing up. But also the other strange thing I've noticed in here today, and I've never seen in a church, they've actually got a bath. Can you believe it? Look at this. Look at this wonderful door. Look at that. Wow. That is so fantastic, people. I'll try and show you around. And we have a plaque in memory of David Darby Jones. 61 years, 26 years, a tenor lay clerk of this cathedral. Oh wow. I'm going to wander over. In this chapel, this is dedicated to Saint Benedict. He blessed the sacrament. The Blessed Sacrament is reserved. Oh well, and on the floor here we have the chapel was restored. Its ancient use in memory of Edward Carr Glynn, Bishop of the Diocese, 1897 to 1916. Let's have a little look, because this stained glass window here, wow. I'll try and get as much of it as I possibly can for you. Oops, I'm sorry about that. Look at that glorious window. Wow. The colours, I don't know who done this window, but the colours are absolutely phenomenal. Up there we have St Dunstan, and here we have St Ethelwold. Wow, look at that. I'm going to zoom in so you can appreciate the colours. They really are something. How extraordinary. Let me try and read this for you. This is the chapel of Kyneburgha. They were sisters of Peter, King of Mercia, and founded as the first monastery in 654. The chapel was restored by a women of diocese. Wow. Look at this. A Lady of the Mansions. Look at the screen here. Wow. That again obviously would have been highly painted. And I can just make out some figures on here. This has obviously not been restored, but that would have been beautifully painted. And I see that there's a date here, some 1769, and I see that there's another date here of 1778. Without any further information, I can't tell you very much, to be honest. So we finally found the tomb of Catherine of Aragon. And Catherine was raised from birth to be a queen, born in 1485. She was the daughter of King Ferdinand of Aragon and Queen Isabella of Castile, two of the most powerful monarchs in Europe. She was married off only at the age of 16 to Arthur, Prince of Wales. But when he died, she married his younger brother, who later became King Henry VIII in 1509. What I recall is, in actual fact, of all the wives that he had, I do believe that he actually respected Catherine of Aragon more than any of them. If I turn around behind me, and I've got to be careful as I always say, there's an awful lot of people in here. Here is our actual tomb. And this is where she lies. It's still very highly respected in England, can you believe? Here we have a monument to Sir Thomas, no, not Sir Thomas, he was only Thomas Deacon, Esquire, native of the city, sometimes High Sheriff of the county. They really did like their, I thought that their own self-importance, didn't they? And that's all said to his wife. It dates back to 1730. I wanted to show you this cloistered ceiling. I think it's far more interesting than Thomas Deacon. Look at this, how wonderful. And I'm having to film up because there are so many people in here. You can probably pick them up on the mic. You know me, I just love to find these little pieces of graffiti. And here we have one, EB 1224. I wonder who EB was. There's some other graffiti here as well, but I can't make it out. I don't know. Can't make out what that was. But you know me, I always love to find these little nuggets that are tucked away. This would have been the piscina. Look. What it doesn't make sense to me is the piscina is so high. I do hope you've liked this tour of Peterborough Cathedral. I've tried to include as much as I can. This may end up being a two-part video because there's quite a lot here. But anyway, please like, subscribe, share the channel, and I look forward to seeing you all again. Take care now. I'm going to go off and enjoy the sunshine. Thanks for watching. Take care.